Hello friends, looking at current affairs for 30th May. The news items picked up from the Hindu newspaper are these 7. We'll look at them in detail. The first one, confiscation of property begins in Jayalalitha asset case. So this is the case against former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Ms. Jayalalitha. So this was a case initiated during her first chief ministership. So she became Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu for the first time in 1991. So the 1991 to 96 tenure. So during that time, this case was initiated against her of having disproportionate assets. So you can see on July 1, 1991, she had only 2.01 crore rupees. And after July 1991, within a period of the 5 months, she has said to have submitted that her assets are worth 66.65 crore rupees. So how this increase in asset took place, this is disproportionate to the source of income. So the source of income which is shown and the assets which have increased, they are disproportionate. So this is the disproportionate assets case against Jayalalitha. This was initiated in a trial court as such. The trial was also shifted from Chennai to Bengaluru because it was feared that there would be subversion of trial because of the government being in power there. So that is why this case was shifted, and after 18 years or so of trial, now finally the conviction had also come, and Jayalalitha and 3 others, they were all convicted as such and charged on the disproportionate assets case. Jayalalitha was fined 100 crore rupees and 3 others, including Ms. Sasikala, who had been in news as a successor, a close associate of Jayalalitha. She had bid for the successorship too, but now presently she is behind bars. So each of the other 3 were also fined 10 crore rupees in this case. This order was later rejected by the Karnataka High Court. So in appeal, when it went to the Karnataka High Court set it aside. But then in the Supreme Court, the order was reinstated. And that is why now this order is put into effect. The 4-year conviction jail term has been there for the other 3. Jayalalitha died in December 2016. So there cannot be any conviction for that matter. But then the attaching of assets has taken place. So these 68 registered properties in the name of 6 firms owned by Jayalalitha are now being attached. So this is the confiscation of property which has been initiated by the present Tamil Nadu government now. Again, it is AIADMK which is in power presently, though the successors are not in place. So this is regarding the disproportionate assets case. So it is detailed out up here too. Next is CBI to probe Air India deals under UPA group. So this is Central Bureau of Investigation now registering 3 cases into alleged irregularities with respect to Air India. So the 3 specific cases are: one is regarding purchase of 111 aircrafts worth 70,000 crore rupees. So how this purchase of aircrafts was done when Air India was not profit making. So that is one issue which is being looked into. Leasing of planes. As such, it had leased planes also, Air India. So that aspect. Surrender of profit-making routes also along with this leasing of planes was done. So these profit-making routes then were open to other Indian and foreign airlines. Then third case is regarding Indian Airlines and Air India merger. Then the next is cyclonic storm Mora may trigger rain in Odisha. Mizoram issues warning. So this is regarding cyclonic storm Mora centered over Bay of Bengal. It's around 610 kilometers southeast of Paradip, the port in Odisha. So it will result in rain in Odisha, and it is moving northeast towards and is further intensifying into a severe cyclonic storm. So it will cross the Bangladesh coast too, and it may affect the northeastern states. Even Mizoram government has issued a warning that a cyclone Mora accompanied by thunderstorm and very heavy rainfall might lash the state. So this is the case here. So you can see this, it can trigger landslides and flash floods also. So this is the route of this cyclonic storm Mora. It will cross Bangladesh and reach northeastern states of India. The next news item is more Akash system for army. So the Defense Ministry now says that the SRSAM, which had been prominently in news for months now, short-range surface-to-air missile systems. So the Indian Army wants to procure these SRSAMs. These are missiles, surface-to-air missiles. So these had to be procured. Already the Akash, the indigenously developed surface-to-air missiles, have been inducted into the army, but they said they needed better precision. missiles, and that is why this tender was also initiated a global contest, and there were three international bidders shortlisted too, along with Israeli, Russian, and Swedish SAB. So these were there in news. So now the Defense Ministry has announced that it is going to cancel this global contest for SRSM and are going to induct indigenously developed Akash missile systems only. So they are saying that over a period of time, this has also improvised. So these Akash will only be inducted. So this is the announcement coming. So this was a decision taken at the Defense Acquisition Council. So this you can see. So our army had a requirement of 4 regiments of SRASMs. 2 Akash regiments were already decided upon. One has been inducted also, other is being procured, and now 2 more will also be Akash missiles only. So that has been announced. So this is a surface to air missile explained. So surface to air missile acts as a shield against incoming air threats. So it's a missile launched from surface into the air. So that means it will be attacking, say, an aircraft or a helicopter or even a UAV, unmanned aerial vehicles as such. So they can be struck down. So the Indian Army needs them because if it has to protect is advancing forces against air attacks which can be there from the enemy. So it needs agile system that can be deployed and easily transported. So these short range surface to air missiles are being required by the Indian Army. The Israeli Spider surface to air missile is in the forefront, was in the forefront we should say now. So since 2011 there were attempts made for this SRASM system being procured, and 3 were there in the forefront, Israeli Spider, and other 2 were Russian and Swedish missiles. But now it has been decided that Akash would only be inducted. So earlier Army had said that Akash system is inducted, but it needs, it will be there for static units, not for agile units, means which can be moved, also quickly moved. So they need faster reaction system to protect the troops against advancing during a war. So this was the statement given earlier, but now it has been decided that Akash system only would be put for both static and agile, means static and moving surface to air missile requirements. So that is the statement here. Next is, this is regarding the various missiles in the country, Agni, Prithvi. So you should know about all of them, and Akash is also mentioned here. So these can carry nuclear warheads, and these are conventional missiles. BrahMos, which is jointly developed with Russia. So these are there. And these are developed with Israel, Barak missiles. Next news item is Germany looks eastward in welcoming Modi. So we did yesterday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Germany, he's on a 4-nation tour. So here in Germany, German Chancellor Angela Merkel has said that now Europe should look eastwards because Western nations have not been satisfactorily responding to EU. This is specifically in the context of America and its response with respect to the Paris Climate Agreement commitments, which it has not assured as of now under the present President Donald Trump, plus also with respect to the NATO summit which took place recently. So in that also President Donald Trump had asked for EU members to contribute more towards NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. So these are the statements coming forth, because of which now Germany is saying we are looking eastwards, and India and China are 2 major nations with which Germany is cooperating. So with Prime Minister Narendra Modi also discussions would take place with respect to even trade, specifically bilateral investment treaty also has to be renegotiated. Plus, with respect to China, the Belt and Road Initiative is, even Germany is a part of this initiative of China, but it had refused to sign a statement on this when the Belt and Road Initiative conference took place recently. So this, along with other EU members also, EU countries refused to sign this statement because of there being contraventions to the WTO commitments. So the Chinese ambiguity in the free trade commitments and human rights issues resulted in them refusing to sign this statement of Belt and Road Initiative. So this also is there in context. India also opposes Belt and Road Initiative. The 2 countries were also discussing and looking forward to any cooperation which is possible in Africa too, with respect to infrastructure development and other developmental projects. So that will also be probably discussed. So this is there. But China is a major trading partner of Germany as well. So this is that. It has a huge surplus with USA, France, even Germany. Then next is Philippines army says victory is in sight. So this is in the context of Marawi, which is a southern city in Philippines comprising of around 2 lakh people. It has been held by Islamic militant group Mote. So it has been the 7th day so far, and this city is under siege, and the government of Philippines is bombing this region. So these rebels are also aligned with Islamic State. So this is the biggest security challenge which is facing the Philippines controversial president Rodrigo Duterte. So it's been 11 months of his presidency, and this is the status presently. This is the Marawi region here under siege. Next is SEBI targets participatory note norms. So SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India, now plans to further tighten norms on issue of ODIs, offshore derivative instruments, and participatory notes. So these P notes and ODIs, that means P notes is also an ODI only. So this, what does it mean, is a derivative instrument means if you are not yourself contributing, but you are a derivative. So in the sense that in a P note, what happens is that you are here. So you want to invest in India, in the Indian stocks, you would use a registered FPI, foreign portfolio investment. So these are for FPIs, not for FDIs. FPI and FII are same. Foreign portfolio investment or foreign institutional investment, they mean the same. FDI is different. So this FPI, I have to be registered with SEBI. So FPI is registered, can only invest in the stock markets. So a registered FPI is utilized by another company. So another person, investor or a company may invest through this registered FPI. So that is the P note, participatory note agreement between these two entities through which they participate. So because it was, so then it is a derivative in the sense that whatever profits are being made, they are transferred over to profit, loss, whatever sale being done is transferred over to this entity. So that is what it is derived from this. So these are offshore generally. Recently also SEBI had announced that Indians and NRIs cannot use the P notes route for investing in the stock markets. So this is also there, and now it is also making it difficult further, because what is being proposed presently is that a regulatory fee of $10,000 would be levied on every FPI that issues ODIs or PNs, and this would be for each ODI or participatory note which it issues, and this will be once every 3 years. So this is being proposed so that this will discourage ODIs, ODIs and participatory notes to use other FPIs, but rather register themselves as FPIs, and then they can invest. So that is what the government wants, what SEBI wants. So because these participatory notes are also misused. So this is the case because it is seen, you can see here. So participatory notes, funds which come through P notes, you can see the countries from where they come. So Cayman Island, Mauritius, Bermuda, these are tax havens. So tax havens where people put in their money because they would not have to pay taxes. So Indians also send their money abroad to such tax havens, because if they show their profits here, they would have to pay high taxes. So they send it to tax havens. And from tax havens, what would the money do there if they want it here? So then these tax havens, money from here will be coming back to the country through the P notes route. So this is how P notes are misused. That is why Indians and NRIs have not been allowed. But again, there cannot be a regulatory check whether, because P notes information is not available as well. That who are these investors? The identity is not disclosed. So that is why, and it can be, if SEBI asks for the identity disclosure, then of course the foreign portfolio investments have to adhere to that. So that is why now regulation is being provided in this case here. So here you can see the how P notes here, it is detailed out. They are used to bring black money back into the country. So that is why they are being specifically targeted. So this is the main suggestion which has been brought forth by SEBI. So even SEBI had issued instructions on KYC norms for ODI subscribers earlier too in June 2016, so that suspicious transactions can be reported and there should be a periodic review of all these ODIs as well. So this is there presently. So till June 12, time has been given. It's been put into public domain for comment. So these have not been finalized as yet. This is proposed to be brought into effect from 1st April 2017. So once it is decided upon, then after public comments, if SEBI issues these norms, then they would be effective. So that is it. Thank you.